Johnjay and Rich. Friday, man.
It's here.
Finally.
Oh, man.
Full moon.
Our phone number is 877-937-1047. Listen to this. Remember I was telling you that my son, Kemp, there was a leak in his wall?
Yeah, he casually came into you and was like, Dad, I think you need to come check something out in my room.
Yeah. And then it turns out, we had to turn off the water. And I was telling you guys how hard it was to, not brush your teeth with water, trying to brush your teeth with no water. And so it was just a weird thing. So a follow-up on that, it turns out that we have to repipe my whole house.
Oh,
What?
my God.
How does one repipe an entire house?
Right, starting today, my house is being repiped. They have to burrow underneath the floors. They've got to dig up the front yard. They have to take out walls. They have to do.
Are you kidding me?
What's the cause?
So apparently, when my house was built in 2008, there's this pipe that was used by construction people, and it's a bad pipe. There's a $95 million lawsuit against this pipe company.
You got to get in on some of that 95 mil.
Statute of limitations ran out on me a while ago.
Oh, that's big fun.
Uh-huh. So that's what I'm dealing with right now.
So does that mean in your neighborhood all the walls are going to start bursting open because they all use that same pipe?
Well, no. Each house is built by a different builder.
Oh, okay.
So oh
my gosh.
yeah. So my house.
That's insane.
It's so insane. When the guy's explaining it to me, I'm just like, how do you do that? And then it's a bummer because some pipes got to be cut off, and they got to put new pipes in. And it's just such a bummer. And I've read all about the company that did that to us. It's such a. They stopped making their pipes in 2007. My house was built in 2008, so it makes me think the builder had all this extra pipe, and he just used the pipe. Part of me wants to sue him. But anyway, total bummer.
Is it time for a full house remodel? Is that what's going to go down? Your whole house is going to look different?
No. They just got to tear down walls and then put the walls back up.
Oh, okay.
What stinks about that is
tear down walls.
It's all stuff that a remodel everything would look different.
I mean, you would think.
But how often are you checking out the pipes inside of your walls? That's going to be all that money.
Dude, it's terrible.
Just
Also,
to get it working.
You guys didn't want to remodel.
When they cut a hole in the wall to see where the leak was, this pipe was shooting out water in the wall. It was terrible. It was terrible. So we have to be they're starting today, and we're out of our house for 10 days.
That's
so
the
I'm
worst.
Where do we go? What do we do? So the first thing I do is I call the radio station for help, right? So I got crickets there. And then I call my friend Sam Fox.
You guys are going to live here at the station.
No, so we're staying at this incredible hotel called the Global Ambassador. It's owned by Sam Fox, and Devin Booker's part an investor. In fact, something cool about it.
Well, that's nice.
Is on the 4th floor, which is where I'm staying. The 4th floor rooms, the whole 4th floor, are made taller for NBA players.
Oh, that's what's up.
It's really neat. It's really neat.
So that's how you know it has the Devin Booker influence, because he probably sees all of his teammates having to duck and cover and bang their head on doors.
It's wild. I was giving the shower, and the shower head's way high up.
That has never, ever occurred to me as a short man. Not even once has that occurred to me.
Well, if that doesn't work out, Johnjay, we'd love to host your family at our house.
That also, Kyle was serious about that. That would be so funny.
My kids don't sleep in their bedrooms. We have
Where do they
open
sleep?
room. They sleep in our room. They each have their own little bed in our room, and it's family sleepover every night. So
Johnjay's
you're
in
totally
Easton's
welcome to come stay.
car bedroom. I love it.
Easton's bed. He's got all of his NBA flags up. He just put them up. He's got a real nice decor.
If I stayed at Kyle's house, I'd be doing that by mistake. Oh, God, sorry, you taking a shower? Oh, God, sorry, Kyle, you taking a shower? Oh, my God, sorry, I didn't know you were here.
Is Kyle still responsible
I
for
don't
making
shower
dinner?
that often.
I'm standing there. No, I'm not.
I'm just standing right here.
But it's I didn't cold plunge today, and I can't tell you how much that throws me off.
Oh, wow.
It's
Yeah,
just
no kidding, your whole routine.
It's so weird, but I know Kyle's got a cold plunge at her house.
That's
so
right.
oh,
we don't have the sauna, though.
I don't need a sauna. Just stand outside.
God, that's terrible about all those pipes.
I know,
though.
dude. It's I'm just trying to have a positive outlook on it.
I mean, at least you're at the Global Ambassador for a few days, because that place is wicked nice.
I might stay there 10 days. I don't know. I mean,
But stately Kyle Manor is pretty lovely, too.
It's no global ambassador. If I had the choice to say,
would we carpool together?
Of course.
Would I get my own key?
Is Kyle still responsible?
I don't have a key.
Do you still have to make dinner on Tuesday night? Is it Taco Tuesday at your place?
We do. Turkey taco bowls. Hope you like them.
Oh, dude, it's so wild because yesterday, so I was telling my wife last night, I was like, let's just stay here one more night. We did it. Because they started all the construction today. I go, let's stay one more night. She's like, we can't. I go, we did it last night. We'll be fine. So she went to the gym to take a shower. And she goes, okay, well, I'm going to go to the gym to take a shower. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go to the bathroom and I'm in a sauna. And she's like, you can't go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. You can't go.
You should just stay there.
No, we didn't stay there. Like when she said you can't go to the bathroom, I was like, you're right. I can't use any of the toilets. We can't use anything.
Houses kind of blow when there's no plumbing at all. There's nothing to do.
Crazy.
It's definitely a problem, man. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on.
Oh, man,
I
I'm
think
sorry to hear
this
that.
is our fourth flood or our fourth.
Only in Johnjay's world.
Our fourth water issue. And these pipes, damn it, what are the chances, right?
That's just terrible.
The whole bottom, you know how they pipe the, like if you look at a house going up, they have, when you see the dirt in those pipes.
They dig all the holes and
all
stuff.
the bottom pipes, those have to be replaced.
I don't even understand how you do that without knocking down the house.
Thank God for Parker and Sons. I mean, Parker and Sons came out. Those guys, this guy, Jake, was one of the most efficient human beings I've ever met in my life. I'm very grateful to Parker and Sons. Anyway, so that's what's going on in my life. Kyle Unfugged with 3 things we need to know.
How perfect is this? Netflix is launching their own line of ready-to-eat popcorn bags.
I love it.
Perfect.
So while you binge watch, you've got your popcorn. They teamed up with a company called Popcorn Indiana. They're putting out all different flavors. Cult classic cheddar kettle, swoon-worthy cinnamon kettle. It's going to be delicious. They're going to be available at Walmart. So it's going to be really accessible as well.
I love that. I bet you they're going to do like themed popcorn bags, like a Stranger Things or a Bridgerton.
That would be so amazing.
So you could really get into it. Like, you know how the movie theaters do like cute little themed popcorn buckets? I bet that's what they're going to do.
It's going to be awesome. And I love how they're doing it they're doing it at Walmart and other retailers, so it's not like you have to go to a certain website somewhere you'll be able to find it there. I love it. Now, starting this fall, bus manufacturer Bluebird is going to offer 3-point seatbelts for every passenger. They're also going to install airbags for drivers. I feel like it's about time. I always wondered, why do school buses not have seatbelts? Because we've seen school buses get in accidents, and we know that seatbelts help save lives. Peyton's brother just got in an accident. He was wearing a seatbelt. He walked away. I mean, I don't know why it's taken this long to put seatbelts in buses.
I'll tell you why I thought it was because when you said Blue, I remember being a kid, being on the school bus and seeing the Bluebird. That's what they were, right? And I thought they haven't made a new bus since then.
That's probably
So
true.
the fact that you're saying that they're going to do that, I'm like, oh, I didn't know they were still making buses. School buses looked exactly the same.
They do. It's time for an upgrade for sure. So Universal Music Group, they're the biggest label in the country, and they're embracing AI. So what they're going to do is they're soon going to offer their artists AI clones of their voices.
That's groundbreaking.
Here's why it'd be beneficial, like if you were Katy Perry or whatever. So they're going to offer the clone. So like if Katy Perry passes away, that clone can still make new music and she's approved it. Or let's say she loses her voice. The clone can now voice the things, and the artist will make money off of anything that the clone does.
Wow.
Pretty genius.
It's interesting, but that also means that you might have a Katy Perry song that's not a Katy Perry song.
It
right?
does. It does.
Which is also weird.
That is very weird. But listen, it's like companies are going to have to start figuring out how to embrace technology. And this is like one of the biggest ones that is starting to do that. And that's 3 things you need to know.
It's time for Peyton's predictions, horoscopes. What's the vibe, Peyton?
It is officially summer, so I'm going to tell you how you can stay cool this summer. We are finally on that Gemini and Cancer cusp. So if it's your birthday today, you share one with Lana Del Rey, Chris Pratt, Prince William, and Rebecca Black. You might remember her.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
Okay, I hope that gets stuck in your head this morning.
It's already in there.
Okay.
Nice job.
Hi, Liz. Good morning. Liz and Chandler. What's your sign?
Hi there, guys. I am a Sagittarius.
Okay, so for my Sagittarians, this is how you guys are going to be cooling down this summer. You need to go river tubing and make an adventure out of it. Sagittarians, you guys are adventurous and you love the outdoors, so it's going to be a fun tubing trip down to a cool river that's going to be pretty ideal for you this summer.
No, I hate river tubing. I've died like 3 times.
I'm sorry, I'm on the same boat as you. It scares me to go on the
You see all the
river.
people get stuck between a tree
I
this
know.
week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But, be safe, and then you might have fun. Go with a good group.
Well, you said you've already done it like 3 times. I've done it once, and I think that's all you need to do once in your life.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Liz.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Megan in Scottsdale. What's your sign?
I'm an Aries.
Okay, so for my Aries, this is how you're going to cool down this summer. 3 words: water balloon dodgeball. Okay, Aries, you guys love action and competition, so turning a classic summer activity into an intense water balloon battle is going to be perfect for you guys. You can get all your anger out.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. I'm up for it.
Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Get your teams, divide, conquer. Heck yeah.
Right? Definitely.
Thanks, Megan.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a good day, guys.
You too.
Bye.
Hi, Diana. What's your sign?
Hi, I am a Gemini.
Okay, Geminis, we're making our way out of your season right now, but this is how you're going to cool down. You need to host a trivia pool party. Geminis, you love socializing and mental stimulation, so a trivia game while lounging in the pool is ideal for you.
Oh, wow, not a trivia game about pools.
No, like a fun trivia game.
That
in
would
the
be
pool
hard.
while
That sounds
swimming.
so fun.
I know, right? You can have like the kids versus the parents or something like that. I don't know. Could be a vibe.
Oh, we'll try to find something. We're traveling to Mexico, so my pool party is going to be at a hotel.
That's fair.
All right, Diana. Thank you for listening. Drive safe.
Thank you.
Michelle in Pennsylvania. Good morning.
Hi, Capricorn.
All right, Capricorns, you guys are going to build a homemade cutie little ice cube, little container thing. What are those called? Ice chests. For drinks. Capricorns, you enjoy a challenge and practicality, and creating like the cutest little ice chest combined with offering a cool way to enjoy drinks is going to be a way that you can bring out your artistic-y kind of DIY vibes.
Oh, my gosh. It's so up my alley. I love ice so much.
Oh, like you like to eat it?
Yes.
Okay. You might have an
I have
iron
an ice
deficiency.
machine. That's all I do all day. Oh, no. Actually, I go to the doctor regularly, and I don't anymore.
good.
I used to.
Okay,
but
good. I know that's a thing, right? Like if you chew ice, they say you have an iron deficiency.
Oh, really?
I think they say you're sexually frustrated if you chew ice. Yeah.
Oh, it could be that. It's been a lot of
She's
years.
like, here's the symptoms.
What'd you say? It's been a couple years?
Oh, yeah. Many years.
Oh, wow.
Like 8. But you know what? I'm okay. I'm okay, though.
Okay, good for you.
All right, Michelle. Have a great day. Thank you for
All right.
listening.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, my son Dutch said to me the other day, he goes, is there any way, Dad, we could get a Chick-fil-A ice machine?
Oh, yeah, like the pebble ice.
Yeah.
So good.
I'm like, no, I'm not going to get a Chick-fil-A ice
But that
machine.
sounds amazing for your house.
What do you got for Kyle, for Libra?
Yeah, Kyle, this is how you're going to cool down this summer. You need to host a stylish, cute garden tea party with iced teas and fancy fans. Libras, you love beauty and balance, so a tea party with cooling elements is both elegant and refreshing, and it can be Bridgerton themed, which is perfect.
Perfect. I love that idea. Ooh, now I'm going to get it. It's not me planning it right now.
Speaking of iced tea, have you seen the Cane's new billboard that went up over there?
No.
So Cane's, it has iced tea, the wrapper, and he's holding a glass of iced tea, and it says Cane's, the official iced tea of iced tea. Like, it's
I
so
love it.
clever.
They have such
I
good
know.
celebrity collabs.
I know. And then I realized when I'm staring at it, the sign, because iced tea, the rapper, his name is spelled, iced, and then just the letter T. Whereas iced tea is spelled. So when you see both iced tea spelled the same way, you're like, such a clever marketing campaign. It's genius.
Yep,
Like, it's so
Right.
great. It's so nice. Anyway, 2 hours from now, you're shot at a San Diego vacation. Now, by the way, if we didn't get to your sign, JohnJayandRich.com, they're all posted. All right. So 2 hours from now, a San Diego vacation. 2 nights at the Catamaran and SeaWorld passes. Starting Monday, we will be giving away a trip to San Diego during horoscopes. And then also when we play our game around 8:30. And then we might do 3 trips to San Diego on Monday. So you want to keep listening to this show 24/7. All right, Stacks and Hacks. I have stacks of information, and Rich has life hacks. Okay, think about this for a second. New survey asks people which places they think should be open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay? The results. What are these? Number 1. What should be open?
Dutch Bros.
Walmart.
I said Walmart. Walmart's not open 24/7?
Not all of them.
Some of them are.
Some of them. Yeah, like a pharmacy.
Pharmacy, number 1. Post office, the bank, dentists, auto shops, and mechanics. Those are places that should be open 24/7. A poll found Americans take fewer vacation days than any other country in the world. The average American gets 12 days off a year, and 53% of Americans don't take all their vacation.
You know, Finland was just voted like the happiest place on earth. And they say they're all happy because they all have the shared work-life balance. They take off work. They take vacations. They spend time in their lives. Here's what I always say. They work to live, they don't live to work.
Ooh.
You always say that.
I do. I say that often.
You're a good,
That's
you're a good
that's my
balancer.
goal. I don't want to live to work. I want to work to live.
That's good. Same with food. I remember I read this book called Eat to Live, Don't Live to Eat.
Yeah.
580,000 glass coffee mugs are being recalled because they can't hold coffee without breaking. It's unclear how they messed up, but every time you put coffee in it, the glass shatters and falls apart.
That's not cool. And you're supposed to stay away from the ceramic because those come from other countries. There's like a lot of lead. So they want you to use a glass coffee mug.
Guy in New Zealand promised to take his girlfriend to the airport, but he didn't show up and she missed her flight. So she sued him for the cost. She sued him, but she didn't win. The judge said no. Unless you had a contract that said, I will take you to the airport, can you sue him? And she didn't have that. I remember a while ago, Rich gave a life hack on how to cool your car down, and I don't remember all of it, but I remember I thought it had something to do with opening the door and flagging it, open and close. Yeah. So I do that, and I don't. To me, it hasn't worked very well.
You got to do both doors though, not just one.
How the hell am I going to open the other door?
Well, you walk over to the other side of the
Then
car
I'm
and you
outside.
open your door.
Then I'm outside. It's hot. I like to do that. Well, here's how to quickly cool down a car. You start driving with the air conditioner on, all the windows down. Once the cold air starts flowing, you roll up the front windows, keep the back windows open for another 10 to 20 seconds. Let the AC to the lowest, set the AC to the lowest temperature and adjust the fan until you're comfortable. Like now I'm like, okay, I get it. Because normally I'm in the car.
Right.
I don't want to get out of the car. And, you know what I mean? Today's National Selfie Day, by the way. Women who like tall men are more likely to rate themselves as attractive, which isn't exciting news for short men.
No.
I love a good short king.
We can run fast.
I'm just saying, I got me a short king at home too, and I love him.
How tall is he?
Like 5'10", 5'11" on a good day.
A man was critically injured after getting hit by a roller coaster. Do you see this?
No.
So the dude, his keys fell out of his pocket. So he's like, hey, I'm going to get my keys. Like, no, you can't get your keys. Wait till the roller coaster stops. He goes, I can make it. So he tried to get his keys, and the roller coaster took him out.
Ugh, what an idiot. Right? Oh, that's sad.
I know. What's 15 times luckier than a 4-leaf clover? How about a 63-leaf clover?
Sure.
Guy in Japan grew one by cross-pollinating for the last 12 years. He's trying to break the world record. You're talking about Kyle's life-work balance?
Time well spent there, sir.
Also in space news, remember the Titanic submersible that imploded?
Yeah.
It happened a year ago this week. Now the surviving co-founder of the company thinks we should be planning a manned mission to Venus, and he says he knows how to do it and keep the astronauts safe.
Right.
Who's going to trust that guy?
Yeah. What do you have for life hacks, Rich?
Well, it's summertime, and, we talked about, eating your water, like with watermelon and fresh fruit and stuff like that. So how do you know, Kyle, if you're getting the tastiest of all watermelons? Do you know?
I feel like you have to look for the sunspot.
What's the sunspot?
Sunspot's like a little yellow spot on the watermelon.
I don't know about that trick.
It's a sunspot.
Have you
heard about
It's where
knocking on the
sun
watermelon?
kissed it.
That's exactly what Kemp saw and told my wife, and we've been picking the watermelon now like that, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a chef told me
It's
that.
funny
one
that
time.
you say sunspot because the way it was translated was like, look for the yellow dot, the yellow spot. But the sunspot it sounds better.
Yeah, yellow dot,
Sunspot.
sunspot. And throw in there the taller the watermelon, like when you stack it on its side next to the other ones, the juicier it will be. So if you combine those two, you're good to go. Avocados. This sounds weird, but the skin of the avocado should feel like your face. If it's too rough, well, unless you have a very rough, maybe you're from Florida and you've got leathery skin, but for the most part, it should feel soft like your face. If it does, it's ripe and ready. And then smell your fruit. I know it sounds weird, but if you can close your eyes and identify the smell of the fruit pretty easily, just by sniffing it, that is ready to go home and eat. So if you apply those this summer, you're going to have some tasty snacks through your life hacks, and those are all available at johnjaynrich.com.
All right, so my house has these plumbing problems, right? My whole house has to get repiped. And a friend of our families, two of my sons are friends with two of their kids, is a huge real estate attorney, right? So he does this for a living. Chad Fuller. If anyone knows Chad Fuller, give him a shout out. So I texted Chad yesterday all the information about this because there's a huge class action lawsuit against the company that built these pipes, but it was in 2007. And, I figure I should be able to get in the lawsuit since my house was built in 2008. So anyway, I texted Chad everything, and he left me this voicemail message, and I thought I got to play it for you guys.
Hey, man, it's Chad. Just calling you on your crappy water leak. give me a shout, man. That sucks. But give me a call if you want to talk about it. But given the age of the original install of the plumbing, you are mostly, I think the legal term is screwed. But anyway, call me, man. Bye.
But anyway,
The legal
it's
term.
just so terrible, isn't it?
Screwed. Anyway, on a happier note, I saw Kyle's house her dog had diarrhea.
On a happier
Much
note.
happier note. I mean, really, in the
I
scheme of
guess so.
things, it is
I'd much
happier
rather have
note.
dog diarrhea. Actually, we have that too. We have to keep our dogs at a babysitter because they're tearing apart our house. And then we got a message yesterday that Charlie's got diarrhea.
Another pipe leak, if
Need
you
to
will.
send Kyle over to the babysitter.
It's terrible.
What happened?
So Daisy's like, I swear she's the best dog. She just has one really bad habit that if there is food anywhere that is within her reach, she will find it and she will eat it. And my mom had put together this gift bag for Scott for Father's Day, and in it was like these candied almonds. And I had it in our guest room, set aside. And normally that door is always closed. Always. Somehow, at some point, I'm not really sure when, the door opened. So when I went in there, it was like there was stuff I have this white rug in there, white, and there's like, I think she got into some chocolate or something too, and then the nuts just everywhere. I was like, ugh. And then I look a little above where that is, and there is just diarrhea. It's everywhere. There's like a huge pile. There are dots. It's like she was walking around. Like, I feel really bad for her. Like, she was clearly struggling.
Yeah.
Like, this poor thing. Then I'm like, oh my gosh, this has happened 2 other times in the house. And somehow I'm always the one that discovers it. And I'm always the one that ends up scrubbing it and cleaning it up. And I'm like, I can't. I don't have it in me today. So I started Googling like different things to help clean, like hard to clean things. And I stumbled upon this electric scrub brush. And it literally is, it almost looks like a blow dryer with an attachment, of a little scrubber attachment on it. And I'm like, I'm getting it. So I ordered it from Amazon. There were some mixed reviews, so I wasn't really sure if it was going to work or not work. And I charged it up, and I put a little 409 on the tile where the doo-doo is. Came right off.
Really?
I was like, you know what? You can poop wherever you want. If it's this easy to clean up. I'm so in
Did you
on
go
this
leave a
thing.
review? Dog diarrhea, no problem.
I'm going to, but then now my problem is like it works like a breeze on the tile, but the rug is like, it's a long pile rug, so it's like furry, and there's no way to really get it out. And because I waited, because I was like, I'm not doing this right now, it's cement. The doo-doo is cemented into the.
I mean, your Instagram video was crazy. You went to go pick it up, and the rug itself came up with.
It's stuck. It is.
You gotta throw that thing away. I replied. I was like, throw the whole rug away.
You know what's so funny? Because I was like, please help me. And it was like half the people that messaged was like, burn it, get rid of it, throw
Yeah.
that rug away. And I'm
Got
like,
to.
I don't want to spend money on a new rug. So I'm like, maybe I'm going to try to take Scott's power washer and put some Dawn dish soap.
Have you
on
heard of
it.
that stuff, that cleaner called Pink Stuff?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be really good for that specifically, like rugs with gunk in it.
Okay.
I bought some for that reason, but I have yet to have to use it for that. So
You guys
gotta try
are
something.
so naive.
you got the solution.
I mean, I have
You got
6
the
dogs in my
solution.
house, and this is something we go through all the time. And it's very simple. You don't have to throw the rug away. Zero res. They take the rug.
But
and
I feel so bad. Like, I mean, I feel like I would need to like pre-wash it before you get there.
they take the rug, and then they bring it back, and it's like brand new.
But like, with it on there?
Yes. I mean, my wife does. First of all, the reason you keep bumping into it is probably the same reason Blake bumps into it, because we step over it and pretend we didn't see it.
Okay.
Oh my
All
gosh.
Right?
Probably
but,
is.
but it's like there are times where she gets the 409 or whatever it is. We spray all the stuff out. We get as much of it as we can, and then you wait for zero res to come, and then they clean the house, and they take the rug with you, take them back with them for like a week or two, then you get it back brand new.
Right. Probably need to call the professional.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a pretty
Zero res,
high
or I don't
standard.
do coconut cleaning. One of those 2 places they have to.
I just like that's kind of what Scott was saying, but I don't know. I feel bad putting that on.
But I totally know how you feel about that, like, new gadget and like the satisfaction. I can relate.
Yeah, because you had that gadget, then you had another gadget you brought up not recently, right? Didn't you? Oh no, you
The
had the
meat thing?
gadget. You Peyton had the steamer.
Yeah,
yeah.
the
The steam up. Well, I actually
Kyle
got,
had the meat thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
got like a bathroom scrubber, like what you have, except for it's like a big long stick, and I go ham in the bathtub.
Okay, this can convert into a stick. It
Okay.
comes with like an attachment.
You know,
on
we're gonna.
the same
You know what's gonna
vibe.
happen? We need to put a. Can you put the? We'll put it on our stories.
Sure.
A video you usually, but they put a link to it because everyone's gonna say they want to buy it. It's gonna happen.
And they're like, really, all you have to do on Amazon is look up electric scrubber. There's a million of them, and I don't know if the one I like. It's an off-brand, so I don't know if the
People
one
are
I got
gonna
is the
want
best.
the-
But it worked for me.
I'm looking for the Kyle dog diarrhea. Get rid of
Yeah.
You know, British people are in the news all the time. Also, part of the reason I want to bring up this little fun thing I want to do is because how many times you watch a TV show and you find out that the star is from England? Like,
all the time.
I can't remember her name now. The actress from Yellowstone, the daughter.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
What's her name? The daughter?
Oh my gosh.
Yellowstone.
She's amazing. She's in so many memes. You want to
Yeah.
be Beth? Is it Beth?
Beth. She's from England.
She is.
Yes.
She talks like this.
Yes,
I had
yes.
no idea. That's
And there's
blowing my mind.
There's another show I'm watching right now. This show it's called Clipped. It's about the story of the guy that owns the Los Angeles Clippers, the racist guy, and the main girl who is stunning. I found out, by the way, she's from Australia. Anyway, there's all these British accents and stuff. So it's Friday today, so I put together a little game for you.
It's Friday and Johnjay's got a game for you.
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you a phrase, and you have to tell me if it's British or rubbish.
Okay.
Okay? For example, Peyton, the phrase is chinwag, and it means conversation. Chinwag.
British.
British or rubbish?
British.
Yes, it is British. Kyle, bloke. It means a man.
Bloke is definitely British.
It is British. Rich. Trundle drunk, meaning suitcase.
That's rubbish.
That is rubbish. Peyton, bird means a woman. Hello, bird.
Rubbish.
It is a British expression.
Oh.
British.
Hello, bird.
Kyle, you're being very Gervaisy today, meaning funny but offensive.
Oh, like Ricky Gervais. Okay, I'm going to say that's rubbish.
Rubbish. Rich. British or rubbish? The phrase is chuffed, means pleased or delighted.
Chuffed. I'm a big chuffed. I said that is very British.
It is a British expression. Peyton, dodgy, suspicious or unreliable.
You're dodgy. British.
It is British. Kyle, sock knocker. A show so good, you knock their socks off.
I want that to be true, so I'm just going to say British.
It is rubbish.
I know.
Well, let's use it anyway.
That show's a sock knocker.
Rich, knackered. It means tired or exhausted.
Not good. I've not heard that. I'm going to say that's rubbish.
It is a British expression.
Oh.
Kyle's like, yeah, because she's got the best English accent, whatever she says.
She does.
Peyton, mate. It means friend.
That's British.
Yes. Kyle, markled. The in-law you don't care for. Markled.
I also want that to be true. I think it's rubbish,
It
but
is-
because I want it to be true, I'm going to say British.
It is rubbish. Rich, gutted. Means you're extremely disappointed. Gutted.
British.
Yes. Peyton, loo. Means toilet or bathroom.
British.
Yes. Kyle, Skittles. It means very sweet of you. Oh, Skittles.
How Skittles. How Skittles of you.
Someone opens the door for you and you walk by. Skittles.
What a fun world this would be.
Say rubbish.
It is rubbish.
Nah, it's a shame.
Peyton, pissed. It means drunk. Rubbish or British?
That is a British word.
It is. Rich, quid. It's a slang term for pound, as in money.
Yeah, quid is
Yes.
British.
Kyle, cheers. Means thanks or goodbye.
Yeah, that's sure. I feel like that's American, but yeah, sure. Yes, British.
Peyton, cheeky did a peeky. It's words that means wardrobe malfunction.
Cheeky did a peeky.
Cheeky did a peeky.
That is rubbish. But it
Rubbish.
should be British.
Should be.
Kyle, new kid on the block. It's a word to describe any American boy band.
Sure, British.
Rubbish.
No.
Rich, chock-a-block. Means you brought close together. Chock-a-block.
Chock-a-block. That sounds like rubbish.
It is British.
Is it really?
Chock-a-block. Hello, Chock-a-block. Anyway, that's my fun little game.
It's Friday and Johnjay's got a game for you.
What's Kylie Jenner talking about, Peyton?
Well, she's speaking out about how the internet has made her insecure, basically.
Because of her pre and
because
post
of,
pictures.
yeah, saying like that she's had all types of facial surgeries, lip filler, everything, and have basically bullied her for it.
I went on a journey the last year dissolving like half my lip filler. I hate even having this conversation over and over and over again because it feels like it's a waste of my breath because I think with me it's just never going to change, but it's just been just like, why do people think it's okay to talk about me?
That's so sad.
It's so sad. And have you, like, I was reading all the comments, and basically people were saying, like, they don't feel bad for her because she apparently, quote unquote, ruined a whole generation of girls' vision of beauty standards. And I'm like, I feel like that is a lot to put on a person, which is probably exactly why she's opening up about this. Like, Kylie Jenner is also just a 26-year-old trying to figure out life for the first time.
She's still a human being.
She's still a human, yeah.
That's the part that I feel bad about. But I'm like, I mean, the comment of like, why do people feel like it's okay to talk about me? It's like your family has put you out in that public eye position, so that's why. But still, you got to go down to the fact that like she's human, and it always hurts to hear people say bad things about you.
Was that from the TV show? Okay, because that when the piano started playing in the background, I was like, what the hell? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It made me feel like
She
if
just has a pianist that follows her around. For
Next time we have something emotional on the show, we need to bring a piano in here. Okay, what about her sister Kim?
I love Kim's like sticking her toe in the acting world, and she said, she's gotten a bunch of parts that have been pitched her way, but there are some things that she thinks she may have to improve in her life, and there are areas when it comes to acting that she will draw the line.
I can do a movie a year. I've got about 10 years where I still look good, so that's all I've got in me, and then I'll take some time off. I also feel like you need less Botox for more emotion, and I don't have it. I'm not going to be gaining 500 pounds for a role and losing a million. Like, that's not where I need to be.
She's like, right now, she's like, I can't move my face. How am I supposed to cry? How am I supposed to look terrified? I can't do it.
That's so funny.
God, she's so likable.
I know. And it's like, you have more than 10 years, Kim. Like, just take your mom's little resume.
Yeah, she's looked the same for 30 years.
Yeah, you'll be a baddie for a long time.
How about Ben Affleck? He's in the news all the time. In fact, I just bought his jacket.
You did?
But there's a jacket.
influential.
My sister sent me a video of him and J-Lo walking into the YMCA by her house where his kid was playing basketball, where my nephew plays basketball. And she goes, look, Ben Affleck, they're going to the YMCA next to us. And I go, I want that jacket. I said to Kyle sends me the link to the jacket, and the jacket is actually called the Ben Affleck jacket.
Really?
Oh,
Like he had to buy it.
Right.
Like, so I bought it. So I can't wait to wear it next week when it's 140 degrees out here.
That's so funny. So Ben Affleck is actually on the Heart to Heart podcast, Kevin Hart's podcast. And he was talking about like how even though Ben's pretty darn famous, he's like eclipsed by J-Lo. And he says, it's like they can't go anywhere. And at the very end of his story, he says something very telling.
My daughter is always throwing out titles for her autobiography. We went somewhere with Jen. She's so famous, and she creates this, J-Lo! It's amazing. You know what I mean? I think it was when we rolled through Times Square. Bananas. J-Lo! And then they're all tourists, whatever, just woof. It feels like hundreds of people, and they're all screaming. Cool. And my daughter just turns to me and goes, J-Lo was my stepmother. I was like, that's a good title. Could be a lot worse than that.
By the way, in that moment, you got to be oblivious to it and act like it's all okay.
No, that's when I put my bitch face on.
Yes.
That's when he puts his B face on.
Wow, that's cool.
And it's like he feels like he has to play it cool because everyone he's like J-Lo, she literally creates this vibe where she stands for something. She means something to everyone. So it's like a big deal.
Did you guys catch when he said J-Lo was my stepmom?
Title for a book. Huh? They were talking about the daughters trying to find
biography.
Titles for the book. J-Lo was my stepmom.
I misheard that.
Because he said his kid always throws out different titles.
Right,
could be.
But think about this for a second. What's it like for Travis Kelce?
Right.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
J-Lo has been famous for a long time, and she's at a consistent level, maybe going down a little bit because her tour's not selling. Taylor Swift is the biggest star in the world, in the history of people.
But he's loving it because he was just spotted wearing a Fearless bracelet, like little cutie thingy.
Oh, he's
What's
definitely
it called?
loving it. But it's got to be literally a whole new world for him because
Right.
before dating Taylor Swift, nobody was swarming him. Before dating J-Lo, people would swarm Ben Affleck.
True. He's been a meme for a while. What about Kevin Costner? His interviews are going around.
His interviews are going
Did you see he said he's not going to do...
I know. He's not doing Yellowstone. I'm very sad about that. But he did reveal something pretty crazy about the past and what could have been. He said he was in serious talks with Princess Diana to possibly be in a Bodyguard 2. And he told her, he was like,
Wow.
He's like, we could literally put this thing together and totally frame it around you. Would you be down for something like that?
She goes, yes. She goes, my life's about to change. I didn't really go into depth with it, but I thought I understood what she's saying, and I'd like to kind of open up my life. I think that I would like to do this. And she was very sweet, and we talked, and the second time we talked, she said, is there going to be a kissing scene? And I said, do you want there to be one? And she said, yeah. And I said, then we'll do that.
Wouldn't that have been so crazy?
He's the coolest guy
He's
on the
telling
planet.
people that pretty much in a roundabout way, I just want to let you know, Princess Diana want to make out with me.
Right. Yep.
All right. We have a 2-night stay at the Catamaran in San Diego and 4 tickets to SeaWorld on the line. Andrea is our contestant. Is it Andrea? Andrea? What's the best way to say it?
Andrea.
Andrea in Glendale is going to play with us. Okay, so Andrea, this is the way it works, okay? Normally when people call to play games, we usually just give them the prize just for playing. But no, this is too big. You have to win, okay?
Okay.
You have to win this game. Rich is the host. What are we
Okay,
playing,
Rich
Rich?
better be easy on me.
Okay, we'll do what we can. We're playing blockbuster movie trivia. We ask questions. You answer them right. You get a point. We start with you, Johnjay. Round 1, we're talking about sequels. So I'm just going to give you character names, and you tell me the movie for a point.
So the character name of a sequel?
Give you a couple of character names, and you tell me the name of the movie.
Okay.
Doc Brown, Marty,
Back to the Future.
Biff. That's good for a point. Kyle, Jack Sparrow, William Turner, Elizabeth Swann.
Pirates of the Caribbean or Caribbean.
Also on the board. I will take either Caribbean or Caribbean. Either one is fancy. Over to you, Peyton. Ron Weasley, Hermione Granger, Snape.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. You are on the board. For you, Amber, Bella, Jacob, Edward.
Twilight.
Twilight is correct.
I think she said Starlight. I think she's
said
out.
Twilight.
Starlight, Twilight, they both happen after the dark. Okay, now this is kind of cool. So I looked on Rotten Tomatoes, and they have picked the movies with the most recognizable opening songs. They say when you hear these songs, you know immediately what movie it is within seconds. So here we go for the audio version. Johnjay, we start with you.
Grease.
Grease is correct.
That was quick.
You were so fast on that.
Not only is Grease is correct, Grease is the word. Okay, over to you, Kyle.
Fall is here, hear the yell, back to school, ring the bell, brand new shoes, walking blues, climb the fence, books and pens. I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
Ooh, it's a big one. Celebrating its 20th anniversary.
Maybe Andrea.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon Dynamite is correct!
Wow.
That was tough.
Yeah, that was difficult.
Who's the
I'm
band?
worried.
Who's the band?
That's White Stripes.
White Stripes. Okay, because I just read this whole thing about how they had to get the rights to that song.
Oh, yeah.
It was a big deal.
Huge movie intro. Okay, over to you, Peyton.
Oh, 8 Mile.
8 Mile. Totally right.
Fast.
I think this one's a tough one, but I've seen this movie 1,000 times because I have kids. Amber, over to you.
I'm American made, but like Chevrolet. My mama taught me wrong from right.
Come on, Andrea. What you got?
Can you do it again, please?
Oh, sure. Why not?
I'm American made, but like Chevrolet. My mama taught me wrong from right.
My God.
Gonna need this point to win.
Ooh, it's tough.
Cars?
Yes! Wow. Okay.
By the way, when I first saw that in the theater and that song was playing, it was one of the most powerful things, right?
Isn't it? It's
When-
cool.
It's
Isn't
like
it?
right
so
in the
loud.
opening,
And
and
the
he's
car's
like
just going-
weaving in and out.
All right, let's get you a chance to win here. Johnjay, who, when he's living his normal life, lives at 4 Privet Drive.
Oh, man. I know that. Was that Harry Potter?
It is Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Back on the board. So far, you are perfect score. Kyle, who stars as Batman in the worst rated superhero movie of all time, Batman and Robin, with a Rotten Tomatoes score of only 11%? Who
Ben Affleck.
was the Batman?
I don't know. It's not Ben Affleck. So I chose Ben Affleck. I get it wrong.
No, I was looking for George Clooney.
I know Rich is like afraid to ever make you wrong.
It's okay. I got it wrong.
Like you didn't know Napoleon Dynamite. He was like, "Uh-oh."
All right,
Keep giving her clues until she gets it.
Peyton, what color pill does Neo take to reveal the real world in the Matrix?
It's either red or blue.
It is either red or blue. Which one is it?
Red.
Red is correct. Okay, Amber, for the win. Released last year. This is the highest grossing war movie of all time. Came out about the same time as Barbie.
Repeat it again?
Released this past summer. This is the highest grossing war movie of all time. I said it came out about the same time as Barbie. You need this for the win.
The highest paid. Is it Oppenheimer?
It is Oppenheimer! I don't know how you came up with that, but
You had me stressed out for you.
she stressed me out this whole game.
So my name is Andrea, and you guys keep calling me Amber.
I thought you said her name was Amber.
Amber? No, Andrea. I said, is it Andrea?
Definitely said Andrea.
Oh,
I said,
wrote down Amber.
I said, is it Andrea or Andrea? And she
That
said,
part.
Andrea.
And then Rich called her Amber.
Sorry about that, Andrea.
It's fine. It's fine. I win. It's okay.
Yeah.
I wrote down Amber. I don't know why.
Yeah, Nick?
Rich called her Andrea, then Amber.
Got to mix it up a little bit.
Wow.
You're all over the place
Wow.
today,
We
Richie.
messed
I love
up.
it.
Well, Andrea, here's the deal.
You win.
I'm glad you won because we're giving away 3 trips on Monday. It would have been hard to give away 4. So you're going to the Catamaran in San Diego. You also get 4 tickets to SeaWorld. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You got it. Hold on the line. Again, on Monday, we're giving away 3 of these. So keep listening.